Because I am gonna collect unemployment on the shits, and I'm gonna collect unemployment on them shits. Fuck out of here, man. Shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that unemployment shit. All right, extra 300. That shit helps.
Yeah, I still ain't get it yet, but.
Wait, I thought
It's an extra 3.
It's
Wait, it's extra
1,400.
3 or extra 4?
It's
4, right?
No.
The unemployment benefit.
It's 3.
Unemployment benefit. Yeah, 3. Damn.
Biden wanted to make it 4, but they didn't do it, so just stay 3. Biden wanted to be 400.
He just went from briefcase Biden to fucking bitch ass Biden.
Wait, I don't get it.
No, he pushed for it.
Push for what?
What? He wanted 400 a week for the extra benefits for unemployment, but they voted against it, so it's 3.
Oh, okay.
Wish it was 6 still. Shit.
All right, so
that's what they were getting early in the year, was extra 600, right?
Yeah.
damn it.
I was going through old Eddie Murphy movies, and I was like, damn, I forgot about Meet Dave. That movie was awful.
Yeah, I got that in my top 5 worst, yo.
It's in my top 5 worst.
Eddie Murphy has some terrible movies, yo.
What about The Distinguished Gentleman?
That movie's great. That's a great movie. That's a great movie, yo. You bugging, yo. The Distinguished Gentleman is funny as hell. That shit is actually all right.
I never saw it beginning. I never saw it beginning to end because I heard some bad things about it, so I never watched it.
It wasn't that. It's funny as hell because, like, you know, the time it's kind of what Head of State was before Head of State. Before Head of State came out.
Except he wasn't president; he was just a congressman.
Yeah, he was a congressman, but yo, he was a con man, yo, and I think it's funny as hell. Like it's got some good funny parts. Trust me, on a list of Eddie Murphy's worst movies, that's not even close. It's not even close to his.
I don't know if it made my worst, though. That's the funny thing.
To
me, that movie was horrible, and it ain't make my worst.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's a great movie or whatever by Eddie Murphy by any stretch of the imagination, but it's certainly not his worst. I don't even think it's his top 20 worst.
You think it's a top 10 best?
No.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah.
No.
It's like one of those middle of the road movies. It's not great, but it's not awful.
Like Holy Man. Holy Man was another stick.
Oh God, I forgot about that. I didn't even put that on my list. That movie is bad.
That's just fucking horrible, yo.
He got some crappers, yo. You think about it?
Yo, when I went through his list, I went through to make sure I didn't miss any. Yo, and when I went through, I was like, yo, he's either makes hits or it's a fucking sweet list. He doesn't do a mediocre movie. It's either bad or good. Yo, Tom Metro, bad or good, yo.
Come on.
We went to go see that shit. Me and Alon went to go see that fucking worthless piece of shit.
Wow.
We were high. It wasn't nothing else to see. So
yeah. All right, we're ready to start. I don't think I have
I forgot about Metro.
Metro was whack, yo. That was garbage.
What about Bowfinger?
Bowfinger was actually good, yo. What the fuck?
Decent, right? It was pretty decent.
It was a decent. I didn't have it on top 5, but it was good, yo. I like Steve Martin in that shit though more though. I like Steve Martin.
Yeah. That's more of a Steve Martin movie than a Eddie Murphy movie.
All right, so. Oh shit! What did we take number 1? Fuck, I don't have it anymore. Damn, never got this shit together, yo.
Here come the hot stepper, murderer. Yo, Tom, you see that South Park shit that I put in the motherfucking room, yo? That Mr. Mackey?
I saw it. I saw it before I jumped in on the chat, but I didn't watch it yet.
Yo, Mr. Mackey, I was pissed myself, yo. He was like, I'm not done this COVID shit. I'm 50 years old. I can die this COVID shit.
All right, I'm ready.
I can't get that Papa John stuff out of my head. That shit's crazy.
Yo, that's nuts, yo.
I gotta get the N-word out of my vocabulary.
Yeah, I had
That's crazy.
months. Yo, he's been counting the months too. Nope. He wakes up in the morning and shit. Dagger. Nope. Fuck. Back to square one. He been in shower. Honey, what would you want for breakfast? I'll take some eggs, some toast, and nigga. Oh shit. Fuck. Back to square one, honey. Another 20 months doing this shit.
Say that out loud.
Crazy.
Crap. He ain't nothing for that, yo.
No, I don't know where you got that pic, but he looks sweaty as fuck. He looks like
I got on Twitter.
He looks sweaty as fuck. Like somebody just told him you about to lose Papa John's.
That was that interview.
Sweaty ass.
All right, we're ready. 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome to the Three in the Chamber podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Jay. You got my man T Nice over here to the left, to the right, whatever.
What up? What up?
Bad Lizzie down below.
And Tom was the one late today.
I don't know. It's maybe it's just a Zoom situation. Who knows?
Yeah, it's all good. Anyway, what's up, man?
Yeah, I was collecting like 2:31.
For the next
docked.
For the next hour, some change. We're going to be taking you through some of the sports-related topics, and of course, some of the things that matter to us the most. I know we're going to talk about the 1-year anniversary, pretty much, of this COVID craziness that is probably part of the reason why you even seeing us right now, because hey, people ain't have nothing to do. So hey, let's start a podcast. Let's do some things, you know. And it's helped. It's hurt. It's made us aware and understand, you know, what's going on in this time. And we're gonna kind of treat it as if COVID is like the 2021 version of Thanos from Infinity War. you know, / Endgame, whatever you want to call it. So you know, we're gonna kind of talk about that as a whole, and you know, I guess more or less the reality. Obviously, we already know kind of what the comparison obviously, you know, stems from, if you've seen any of those Marvel movies. So we'll definitely you know, get into that, and of course we're going to talk about the cancel culture of the entertainment industry. You know, there's a lot of people in our industry.
Not just entertainment, sports, everywhere, everything. Regular people getting canceled, bro.
I mean, sports is entertainment. So at the end of the day, you know, whatever the case may be, as far as the culture is concerned, period, from the celebrities or those people who are in that hierarchy, we're going to kind of touch on that and kind of get some, you know, get some perspective on that aspect of it, and kind of just talk about it as an open discussion. And last but not least, we're going to talk about Eddie Murphy. As we just recently had the release of the brand new Coming to America movie, the top 5 his best movies, and we're going to also talk about his top 5 worst movies that Eddie Murphy has ever made. So we'll
can't have one without the other.
Pretty much. So, I mean, you know, there's a lot of, I guess, stars out there that listen. There's some bad movies out there. They all got some bad ones, some stinkers. But you know, especially if you've had a career as long as Eddie Murphy has had, you know, there's gonna be some stinkers out there. There's gonna be some ones out there that's gonna be like, So as a result of that, we're gonna go through those the good and the bad, obviously, in regards to that. So we'll get started. I do want to say shout out to my oldest, my 11-year-old. Today is his birthday. And so, you know, big
happy birthday, Javon.
Yeah, happy birthday.
No doubt. And
holy shit, it is. Yeah, that's right.
So you know, we'll you know, we celebrate you today, my young king, and you know, all that good stuff or whatever. Of course, we'll hang out later and all that good stuff. But today, business has to be taken care of. So we'll start with
actually, before we go on, another shout out I want to give to Mike Tillman. Motherfucker, Mike Tillman got a starring role in a movie, yo. For
Mike Tillman from Commercial
Mike
Avenue?
Tillman, yes. Mike Tillman from Commercial Avenue. Mike Tilly Webb, yes. Yes.
What?
Starring role in the movie, bro. No
Is it on Tubi?
True to the Game 3.
I was thinking, is it
King
King North 3?
Huh? You said what?
That just answered
You knew what it was before I did it? You knew what it was before I called it? What the fuck?
No, that's what it's called?
True to the Game 3 is what
it's
called.
No. Oh, True to the Game 3. Oh, that's a Tubi movie, definitely.
Yeah.
I heard of it.
It's a Lionsgate joint.
Yeah.
That's
wow.
Yeah.
The first one sucks.
Today. I was like, damn. Oh, I didn't even see any of them. I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck?
The first one is awful.
It's
Columbus Short.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's on Tubi.
Starring role or role? Because, you know, there's a difference.
Starring role. He said starring role. He's going to be playing a kingpin from New Jersey.
Okay.
So you playing a kingpin of any kind, you got to be some kind of star. Like, you know. But I just wanted to throw that out there, man. Tilly Webb, man. Good shit. Okay. Good shit. Good on him. Good on him.
Good job, yo.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
What's up.
All right, let's get started. And again, we're going to talk. Let's get started with this COVID situation. Obviously, today is the 13th of March. By now, the NBA had been shut down for 2 days. Tom Hanks and Rhea Perlman had already said that they had it in Australia. Were being quarantined.
Oh, you mean Rita Wilson?
Rita Wilson, whatever her name is. Whatever, yeah.
Sorry, Rita.
Look, I know Tom Hanks. I don't know you. You know, I know she was in some movies and stuff. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, she was.
You know, had already been quarantined or what have you. So at this point, you know, we were kind of in the midst of figuring out what was going on. I don't exactly remember when the whole mask situation mandate started. I know the stay-at-home orders were kind of getting passed around, going from state to state. You know, as we moved on, especially in New York. Where
we didn't get our stay-at-home order until like late March of last year.
Right.
Like we had the shutdowns occur, but we didn't have the stay-at-home order. Stay-at-home order came after the shutdowns initially because people just wasn't doing it.
I gotta say, the stay-at-home order had to have been. I know I was working from home on the 18th of March. That's when we got our laptops loaded up to come home and work from there. And I work for a Jewish company, so I can tell you right now that stay-at-home order must have been out probably prior to that to some degree, a few days prior to, because they wasn't going to try to do that at all until they absolutely had to. So it was somewhere along that week or whatever when it actually became a mandated situation where it had to happen. But whatever it was for New Jersey, I know that was kind of the case or whatever. But
yeah, my Jewish bosses who run the same kind of business didn't follow any of that shit.
Yeah,
none of it. I spent every day at work.
Why? I mean, again,
they went home. They went home. I stayed.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you know, you can't have Gentiles like getting the same privileges as Jewish people. It's just not there.
Well, what was the reasoning behind? What was their reasoning behind that?
You know, the logistics of staying at home and the fact that we're in Brooklyn, and we have to drive so far, that's also another factor reason why. So yeah, you guys should just stay working here. Plus, on top of that, you won't have any of us giving you COVID, so you could just stay here in the building all by yourself.
I mean, there's a point. There's a good point there. There's a good point. It's not a decent point. It's not a terrible point, but at least you have to share the building with them.
Yeah, but when the female coworker got COVID, she was they wanted to send her home with her shit.
But what shit?
But we couldn't work from home. Her computer and shit. We couldn't work from home. We couldn't work from home when it was our lives at stake.
Y'all couldn't.
Now that their lives at stake, they wanted to work from home. So you see the difference between the two. I don't know if that's considered like segregation or discrimination of any kind, or somebody should probably look into that. That might become a problem.
I'm about to say, I'm surprised you didn't. Like the way that things go, I ain't gonna put it out there, but the way that you talk about certain situations or whatever, I'm surprised that you didn't make a big deal about that.
Oh, it wasn't me, because you know why? Because you know who knows? I think I talked to you a little earlier about this, but who knows what might happen? You know, I might get it, and I might have to stay at home, but they're out of their fucking minds, and they can suck on my ball sack if they think that I'm gonna if they think that I'm gonna take the computer and work from home when I asked to work from home all those months ago, and they said no. They think that I'm gonna be half dead, breathing, fucking trying to struggle and lie to their customers about when they get any money at the same time. Which ain't happening, bro. It's just not happening, yo. So yeah. So just getting that full disclosure, guys. Just full disclosure. That's not gonna happen.
So again, as of today, Tom is the only person that has the shot, and I think he's getting ready for round 2 if he hasn't gotten it already. Tom,
I had round 2 on Wednesday. I got it on Wednesday. I got it the 9th. Yeah, the 9th. So yeah, I had no side effects either. I was good.
Word up.
And just to let you know, obviously, we appreciate you guys, sticking around with us. I know last week we were out because somebody who, the older person who got the shot didn't feel good.
Amazingly, right?
No side effects though, as he just said. So no side effects, but he wasn't feeling good last week, so we couldn't shoot the podcast last week. So y'all get the shot, yeah. Y'all going to line up out there.
I was reading online the other day. Now apparently in New Jersey, 1 in every 7 adults has gotten vaccinated, which is a pretty good ratio.
Populated state, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So I mean, and Biden pushed up till May now. He expects everybody to be vaccinated, so that's good.
Yeah. I mean,
hopefully by 4th of July, everything will be kind of back to normal. You think?
I mean, I don't know. Nothing's
no.
What is your version of back to normal? Back to normal doesn't.
They'll never be back to normal. Never again in my life will I ever enter a movie theater without a mask. I don't give a fuck how many vaccines I got. Never again. Like 1 time a lollipop, 2 times a sucker, yo. So the next coronavirus strain, because this shit's mutating. It's already mutated in a year. In a fucking year, it mutated 3 times in a year. So even if I get the vaccine, I'm gonna feel safe enough to go see Black Widow. I'm not gonna feel ever safe enough to go to Black Widow without a mask. Like I'm gonna eat like a fat pig before I go in that theater. That way I ain't gotta eat no snacks. I'm gonna cut just an bittiest little fucking hole for a little ass free sun straw, and that'll be that, yo. I'll be sitting there just like that, watching Black Widow in the theater, not touching nobody.
Well, they increased the indoor.
Normal as I'm gonna get. What up?
They Murphy just increased the indoor capacity to 50% starting March 19th.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
I'm scared.
It's very
Disney is like, wait till we get full. Release that bitch until we get full.
It's still mind blowing. It's still mind blowing to me. I mean, how many of you have y'all been out to eat?
Yeah,
at restaurants
several times. Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I went once.
So you won't go to a theater without a mask, but you'll sit down and eat dinner.
Here's why. In the theater, if I turn to my right, there's an asshole's face right here that I probably don't know. Right at the diners, all the places we've gone to, the nearest person to us is like 15, 20 feet away from us. Like they're not playing.
You know how far 15 to 20 feet is? That means that restaurant can fit maybe 5 people. We've been to Outback. Outback only does it every other booth. It's more than 15 to 20 feet.
All right, so maybe it's the time we went to, but I didn't. Yeah. It wasn't a line outside of people waiting to get in, and not every seat was filled. And when we sat, we literally we had a whole wall of booths to ourselves. Right. Like we were the only ones on that wall of 6 booths.
But let me ask you this question. So, all right. So, but did you know that going in? Like, you're going to the restaurant.
Oh yeah. Whenever we decided to start going out, we were always going to case it first. There's times that we decided to try to go to a restaurant and then see like, oh nah, there's too many fucking people. Fuck that, and we out, and that's it. Posse out. But other times we look at it first. We look at the number of people, and we prefer open air.
Here's my problem with it. And I hope you'll allow me to say it exactly how I can try to articulate it. When this thing first went down and they started allowing people back into restaurants at a 25% clip, I think it was, right? 25% maybe?
Yeah.
At that 25% clip, it's almost like the new McDonald's on Route 27. The new McDonald's on Route 27, when they first built it and redid the structure, changed it to the new way it looks on Route 27 next to White Castle. And you can use White Castle for this reference as well. When they changed the building structure and made it look new, for the first 5 or 6 months, Place looked spotless. It was like clean. You could eat off the floors. But eventually, the restaurant gets run down. People start coming in there, or whatever the case may be. People get lax, right? You know, like people don't clean the way. I bought this house back in July, spotless. It was. But eventually, you know, sometimes you take a day off or you know whatever. I'm just saying that the problem that I have with that whole situation is that I know people think that they're cleaning and whatever the case may be. But you can't get everything. And I'm just saying you're subjected to it regardless of the fact of whether you're sitting in a booth that nobody's at and somebody sat there before you at some point. So I'm just saying that, and whether they had it or not is irrelevant. They probably didn't, or maybe they did. But you don't know that either because they're not carding people at the door saying, hey, man, you got COVID? Like, you know, they're just taking the general public. It doesn't matter whether you have it, didn't have it, or, you know, whatever it is, contact tracing, what have you. So the risk, regardless of the fact of whether you're sitting 15, 20 feet or you're the only person in the restaurant, if somebody was there before you, there's an opportunity there for you to be exposed to it. You can't tell me that that's not a possibility because it is.
It's the same exact possibility as going into a grocery store, picking up an item on the shelf, looking at it, deciding you don't want it, putting it fucking back.
Right, but what do we do? That's what I'm saying. So what are we talking about here? Like at the end of the day,
right? But there's okay. So I can run across the street without the crosswalk. I can run across my street, East Grand Ave, that I live on, and I'll most likely live because I know that there's not that much traffic. Let me try that shit on Route 1 though.
Yeah.
All right. So that's where you start fucking up. I'm not entering any Route 1 scenarios. I don't feel like I'm entering Route 1 scenarios. I'm entering East Grand Avenue scenarios where I know, okay, it's somewhat controllable. I know I'm going to sanitize my hands when I leave. I know my mask isn't leaving my face unless I'm about to eat. That's pretty much about it. But the point of it was that you're going to the movie theater and only with a mask on or whatever, which is fine. Well, what am I touching at the movie theater?
You could touch anything. You could touch the seat.
Okay, so when I go to the movie theater, when I say masks, I don't mean just masks. I got masks and gloves. When I go to the supermarket, it's masks and gloves. It's still masks and gloves. People look at me weird, but fuck them. I don't give a fuck. I'm not touching your COVID shit. So when I'm in there, it's gonna be masks and gloves. I just throw off the gloves because I'm tired of just saying it over and over. But when I say masked up, it's gonna be masks and gloves, bro.
How you take those gloves off, by the way? Yeah.
What you mean?
People always mess this up too with the gloves.
Right here. Use one glove, grab the inside of the glove, take the other one. I drop that shit right on the ground in the parking lot of where the fuck I'm at.
Oh well, that's not going. That's awful.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to bring that shit on my car with my kids.
No, there's garbage cans. You can throw it in a garbage can.
Garbage can where? Garbage can where? In the middle of a parking lot? In the middle of a parking lot.
Yeah.
Outside of the door when you walk out the store.
No. You're in Walmart. No, but that's the thing. You gotta push your cart all the way to your fucking car. When's your cart get clean? When's your cart get clean enough for you to touch with your bare hands?
They didn't. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I do use my bare hand regardless of the fact because I'm just gonna sanitize anyway. I sanitize the entire cart. So regardless of the fact, at least
I don't think you sanitize the entire cart, Jay.
No, I'm talking about where my hands are gonna be.
Right.
Yeah. So, and that's the front of the cart, the back of the, back of the cart, whatever the case. Because sometimes you pull it from the front, sometimes you pull it from the back. I'll just sanitize it, and I'm sanitizing my hands anyway, in and out of the place.
Look, bottom line, right? This whole shit is just nothing but uncertainty.
No question.
All right. Nobody knows. Yes. Nobody knows when you get mail delivered to your house. You don't know how many COVID motherfuckers touch that piece of mail.
Yeah, no question.
Nobody knows shit. So
there is no safe.
I'm not saying
I'm
not saying that it's like the right thing to go see a movie. I'm just gonna let everybody know I'm a Marvel Comics fan, bro. I've been watching these movies since 2008. It's gonna take a hell of a lot more than a fucking pandemic. That so far for a whole year I've been wearing a mask and gloves and I've been able to dodge.
Yeah,
I think I can handle
that we know of. You can't tell me one bit that we haven't gotten it. We got it. Somebody got it.
I ain't got it. I would know if I had it. Trust me, bro. I would know if I had it.
No, you wouldn't because you still may be asymptomatic. You may not have any type of symptoms.
How many times you been tested, Jay? Since this shit started.
4.
I've been tested 27 times and counting.
For what?
Damn, nigga.
For COVID, I get tested all the fucking time. Dude, what the fuck? Y'all don't do regular.
I got tested. What? I got tested like 4 times myself.
Well, then that's
I don't
y'all.
know. I don't do regular testing.
That's on y'all not knowing if y'all got it or walking around got it or not. That statement where you're like, yo, you can't tell me you ain't have it. That's the motherfuckers who know they ain't test. Me, I don't have antibodies. I don't have antibodies, nor do I have actual virus. I would have had antibodies in my body if I had it.
Okay. 27 times?
27 times since March, yes. 27 times. Once every couple of weeks. Dude, I leave CVS. I'm already scheduling my next one. I'm not fucking playing, bro. I got my girl's mother here. I'm diabetic and I got fucking former smoker. I can't take chances where y'all take these chances like, hey, I'm gonna just test the car. I'm gonna just test the car in my baby.
Yeah, but you're contradicting yourself. You don't mean you can't take chances. You're going to the movies. That's a chance. Okay. What do you mean? You can't say something like that and then say that.
Hold on, Jay. It's the same chance I'm taking at the supermarket. It's the same chance I'm taking at
Walmart. It's not. The supermarket is a necessity. The movie theater is not. What do you mean?
Supermarket's not a necessity.
Yes, it is. You need food to eat. I mean, so you go to the grocery store.
Niz, guess what, Niz? Jay never heard of Instacart.
Okay.
So, Jay, let me break this down for you, yo.
Don't do that.
Hold on, Jay. There's a service, right? There's a service that they go shopping for you. It's called Instacart, where you don't have to go.
I've heard of it.
So then you should know that it's not a necessity for you to be at the supermarket.
Okay. Have you been to the supermarket?
Yes, because I'm too cheap for Instacart. Fuck that.
All right, then. So you're putting your household at risk for being cheap.
Hold up, Jay. I'm not putting my household at risk. You're making like I'm going into the movie theater. Like
you said that, not me. You said that. I didn't say that. You said it.
Let me know when you fucking done.
You said it. I didn't say it. You said I got my mother here and she's a smoker. And I'm not.
Damn, you don't listen for shit. You said she a smoker? No, I'm a smoker.
Okay, you're a smoker. You have your mother here. Okay, whoever smokes. Whoever is it, you're saying that as a risk that you're not willing to take because she's here.
I would come in contact more with people in the supermarket than I ever would at the movie theater. I buy my tickets online. So I'm not That's true. I'm not exchanging no money, no card. My shit's not touching. I'm not hitting no concession stand, not waiting in no lines. I'm sitting in my fucking chosen seat away from everybody else.
How do you know
way
that?
Less.
How do you know that? You bought your ticket online.
Yeah, Jay, have you ever bought a ticket online?
Yes, you can pick your seat.
That's how I buy my ticket all the time.
That's how I do that. Because they tell you it's red. Who took that seat already? Now with the social distancing shit, they're telling every 3 seats is going to be separated. 2, then 3 blanks. 2, 3 blanks. 2, 3 blanks. When that 2, it's going to be me and Manna. If you want to go. If not, it's going to be just me and me. Because whatever. But I'm still going to be safe.
You know.
I'm not walking. I think you're getting under the impression, Jay, that just because it's a want and not a need, that I'm going to be in there like no mask, grabbing everybody and licking fucking poles and shit. No. I'm being safer. I'm being just as safe, or if not safer, than I would go in any other store or any other place anywhere. That's it. And when I get out of there, I'll be going to get my test just to make sure I didn't get it. But I'm still just being just as safe.
Well,
it's like saying to you that you're not protecting your family, that you don't care about your family because you don't glove up all the way to the car. You know what I mean? We can't split hairs like that. Like, we're being safe. You take your safe precaution.
I'm not splitting hairs. I know it's the unknown in regards to the situation.
You consider yourself safe or no? You consider you keep your family safe or no? What you do?
No, I consider myself on the fence because certain things happen, certain things don't happen. Yeah. So
I'll give you an example. A want was going to the Tommy spot. That was a want, not a need. I didn't need to go there.
Right.
We went to go chill with Tommy. Right? We wanted to go do that. But we made sure we were fucking safe doing it, right?
I mean, I was nervous at first, but everybody was distant. See, the thing about it is these places like the movies and restaurants, they have capacity limits. Supermarkets don't. Like, I was just at Target this morning, bro. The line in there, bro.
They used to have those mandates, but then they lifted them.
No, it's just that in a small ass restaurant, when you say 10%, you're talking the difference between 4 or 5 people. When you're talking in a supermarket where the maximum capacity on the door is 5,000, all right, then they can let 10% of those in. That's 500 people they can let in at 10%. 1,500 at 30. Like, So it's a big difference. Like, I'm not like, so don't get me wrong either, Jay. If I walk, I don't give a fuck if I bought my ticket, right? If I walk in and I open the doors to the actual theater and that place is fucking packed, I'm not sitting down for the movie. I'm out. I'm leaving. Because I'm gonna be like, okay, now my risk assessment has gone up, skyrocketed.
Right. Because my question is, you bought your ticket, and at that point in time, the theater wasn't filled. No, I'm.
Oh no. Yeah, because I'm gonna keep watching that shit though. You know, when you buy your ticket, you can go back and check your seat and see how it's filling up. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna keep watching that shit up to the day of, Joe. Trust me, yo.
Right.
I know when I say I'm not taking no chances, and then I'm saying I'm going to a movie theater. Everything's a chance though. Going to get my fucking mail is a chance. Walking my dog is a chance.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that, okay, like you know, you're living your life as if like, okay, yeah, I got to be protective of this, that, and the other. But when you're making a blanket statement like everything is a chance, what are we doing here? You know, like we are just splitting hairs over situations. But that's why throw it up and just do whatever.
So that's why I put that street scenario into play. I'm happy crossing back and forth across East Grant. If I get hit on that one time, I'm gonna be like, damn, I tried to protect myself. I tried the best I could. You know, but locking yourself in the house for fucking a year straight, wearing your fucking mask when you're driving on Walgreens is just a little overkill.
I mean, it is, but it's overkill. Tell the 500 and some odd thousand people. I'm not gonna
say, no, I'm not gonna say nothing like
520,000 people in this country that probably thought the same thing and they're dead. So
it hasn't stopped anything yet. I thought it was gonna, but it really hasn't.
No, and it won't. Yet. And it won't. Don't get me wrong. Again, what Tom alluded to when we first started this conversation about the fact that New Jersey is, you know, whatever, those numbers, I guarantee you they're inflated. And I'm going to tell you why. Because this summer, the New Jersey shore is going to be popping again. And they're not taking the loss that they took last year. That won't happen again because the shore will be full. They can't take that loss. So they're going to lie to the American people, regardless of the fact, and let you believe that the numbers of people vaccinated is more than it probably is. I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's as much as they're alluding to, but they're not going to take the loss that they took last year. I can guarantee you that. The shore is going to be popping again. They can't take that loss again this year. So
yeah, when I got the second dose, that shit was packed. The line was outside. When I first went for the first, it wasn't that crowded, but this one, it was crowded, bro.
How many black people did you see in that line? You see any African Americans in that line along with yourself? Or was it a lot of white people?
It was all white people.
I'm starting to see that trend as well.
I heard this lady in line. It was black people. It was black people.
Nah,
I heard this lady in line. She was like, "How come all these young people are getting it?" I was like, "Fucking bitch."
Oh, you should really watch that. We should really watch that South Park, yo. Really watch that South Park.
She was hating on me. I'm like, all right, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of senior citizens there.
All right. So listen, I think we spent enough time on this. Obviously, again, like I said, it's a situation. Good back and forth discussion, Dave. I respect it. Obviously, your view, no question about it. I think we'll
likewise
to try to be Shut up, man. You don't respect me. Shut up. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up, Jay. You don't respect my view. You don't respect my view. Shut the fuck up, man. Fuck out of here, man.
Shut up.
Fake ass spec, man. Fuck out of here. Man.
I'm with you though, Dave. I miss going to the movies, bro. I really do.
I actually don't. I mean, I guess. I mean, I guess.
I do. I took it. I put it like this. I took it for granted. Like pulling a nice old free booty on a nice Tuesday afternoon. It's not like it.
Yeah, I've never been able to go to the movies alone. I don't think I've ever done that before.
Well, I do that shit all the time. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk to you anyway. The movie on. I don't need to go with nobody.
Yeah, no doubt. It just go. It makes sense. It makes sense. I just never did it before. I've never been.
It's depressing though, bro. It's depressing. It's kind of depressing.
Yeah. So
you see people looking at you like, is he by himself?
Hey. And all those times you used to pick on Freak Booty for that.
Yeah.
And you ended up Freak Booty.
Sorry, Freak Booty.
Yeah, I apologize to him. One of my best friends in the world, yo, is now Freak Booty. Come on, man. All right, listen. The cancel culture of all. Dave, take this away. Take it away.
So I don't know if anybody's known it or not, but America's kind of like obsessed with cancel culture. I would say that. And I'm not totally against it. I feel like it doesn't work because one, I don't think we know what the fuck it is. Two, it's an impossible thing. So I'm gonna start this whole segment off with just a simple question. In your words, define what you think cancel culture is.
I was gonna ask you what it meant.
It's the thought or theory of no longer listening or imbibing a person's product, be it fucking movies, TV show, anything, right?
Like a boycott, basically.
Like a boycott, yes. But the only way you could truly, I think, cancel someone is if everyone does it. That's where the problem, I think, lies in. And on top of that, a lot of people, it's aimed at more than just that person. So I'll break it down like this, right? I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna name some shows or some shit that you tell me should or should not have been canceled, yo. We'll start off with All in the Family.
No.
Should that have been canceled?
All in the Family, sir?
All in the Family, the TV show? No. Racist Old Man.
They got canceled?
No, I'm asking. Should it be canceled?
No.
Why not?
No.
All the racist for what? All the racist jokes or no? The fact that Archie Bunker's a known racist on the show? Yes or no? No? That's good. That's good stuff. He shouldn't be canceled though. Why not?
It was because it was hilarious.
It was hilarious. Well, I mean, that's not his personal views and thoughts. So
we don't know.
I think he's wrong.
Yo, hold up. This is an old ass white man who's old enough to remember segregation. You let me know if it's his thought. Imagine him taking the role. And they say, listen, you got to go ahead and say a whole bunch of N words, and you got to treat black people like this.
But he didn't say those words. He didn't say the words.
No, he didn't say those words. Okay, he came pretty close a couple times, but everybody knew what the fuck he meant. I mean, you got to be pretty fucking stupid to look at Archie Bunker and be like, it's a nice black dude.
If you're familiar with the show whatsoever, I mean, you would understand why it wouldn't be canceled because again, Archie was always made to look like a fool for his views and his thoughts by people, by the people in that community, and by the people of his own, gender and ethnicity.
So who was the star of the show? So who was the star of the show?
She was.
So who's everybody listening to?
They're listening to him, and they're listening to him be a buffoon, and people call him on his buffoonness. No question about it.
You recall over in the last 10, 15, 20 years, how about the last year? Anybody mention All in the Family with all of his racist stereotypes? We got Pepe Le Pew.
No. That show did not age well.
Yeah, Pepe Le Pew. All right, Pepe Le Pew. You remember Pepe Le Pew from Looney Tunes, runs around?
Yeah, this I know about. Yeah.
He got banned from Space Jam.
Yeah.
For sexual assault.
They say
cartoon cat.
Yeah, they say he's a rapist.
All right, so hold up.
It's a Chappelle bit about that.
So America, yeah, I know. 20 years ago, he called out on this shit. He was like, I'm looking at it now, I was like a fucking racist. But yo, here we are right now. We got a rapist ass fucking skunk, sexually fucking molesting a cat, hold her against the will. He gets banned. Right? Okay, maybe rightfully so. Who the fuck knows? But Archie could still be a racist. And just because he was old, just because it was a different world back then, it's all right to listen to today.
I think you're reading too much into the fact of the character and the way that the premise of the show was set. No one let him get away with his nonsense. They called him on it at every turn, every single situation where he was being racist or being a bigot about a situation, whether it be not just black people, but about certain aspects of the show in itself. He was getting called on that aspect of it. So,
but by the other castmates and shit, but not like off camera, on camera. Like they were like, oh, stop.
Yeah, it was a part of the show. It is fictional.
Let me ask you a question. Did Archie ever stop?
No, but he wasn't. No, it was always known that he wasn't going to stop. That's how he felt.
So there was the reason why.
And first of all, yes, he did change some things. And why? Because again, remember, like the Jeffersons were a part of the All in the Family, and I think Lionel at one point in time was kind of almost dating his daughter at one point in time or whatever.
She was always with Meathead. She was always with Meathead.
Not dating his daughter, but was like kind of a part of that family to some degree or whatever. I had to live there for for an episode or whatever, and some little black girl ended up there too. I can't remember later in the episodes. Like I don't know if it was Archie's Place. It was a spinoff from All in the Family called Archie's Place or whatever.
Yeah, that shit didn't do well. That shit got canceled actually too.
Well, that got canceled.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about for celebrities today. So if we can cancel if we could cancel a cartoon skunk for doing jokey cartoon shit against cartoon cat,
right?
Why would we not cancel a real man saying real racist jokes? All right, fake racist jokes, but they're still racist jokes. Saying still racist jokes against black people
because of the time frame that it was set at that point in time. It was a different situation.
All right,
yeah, that show couldn't air now. That show could not air now.
I think it could.
Dude,
I think it could.
Tom,
what are you talking about?
I can watch it on Hulu right now.
I don't think it will air now.
No,
Dude,
Tom, it is on Hulu right now. I checked.
Dave,
no. I'm not talking about that.
In today's day and age, that show would not be allowed to be broadcast, which I think is total bullshit. Because the Chappelle show was just as reverse racist as that show, and that was 10, 15 years ago. The Chappelle show has a lot of racism.
I was always told there was no such thing as reverse racism.
There is. There's always a reverse racism. Everybody's racist. What are you talking about? Everybody has racism in them. It's just racism everywhere. Black people.
You're racist, yes.
I'm racist. I'm racist against you.
Really? What the fuck? I feel some type of way.
Everybody got a little bit of racism.
Everybody's racist.
Everybody got a little bit of racism. Everybody got a little bit of it in them.
So what about?
Yes.
I'm not gonna say it on the show.
Why not?
I'm not gonna say it out loud.
They might need to pay us. They might need to pay us one day.
I need their support. That's why. Oh no!
Let's just say the gold.
I'm not racist, but I do believe. Yo, you know what's crazy? I've been watching Family Matters, right? I don't know why. I've just been watching it. And you remember the episode when somebody sprayed nigger on Laura's locker when she was trying to get a Black History class taught?
Mm-hmm.
If you go back and watch it, they don't use the nigger no more. They change it. It says like
on Hulu.
Yeah, it doesn't say. You can find it on YouTube, the original clip, but it says I forget the word they used, but they took nigger out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So and when that episode was what, from 1990?
Yeah, probably 89, 90, 91 maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So
So
Lola Bunny from Space Jam 2. She no longer has breasts. We're just in a sensitive society at this point.
Jay, she might have had a mastectomy, man. She might have had breast cancer. You don't know that.
Well, that information has not been made available to us. Tom, you're frozen, by the way.
HIPAA laws, man. Tom is froze, yo. I thought Tom was just giving me a stare, like.
Tom, you okay? No, I'm telling you right now, like, as far as those type of shows are concerned, they would not. They may not be able to exist to a certain capacity because of the sensitivity of today's day and age, because of the Black Lives Matter and all of the situations that have gone on as far as society is concerned. Yeah, a lot of these things have to be done with a fine-tooth comb, but those. Do
you consider streaming, being able to stream, as being aired, or not?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's you can't completely absolve the world of a show that existed 30, 40, 50 years, 40 years ago, whatever the case may be. You can't get rid of the show. You're gonna still have it available. I have the full complete DVD set of All in the Family. I have all of the episodes, all of them. So
you really is, man. You really is racist, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry. I think Tom's frozen again, yeah.
Yeah, well, yo, Tom, man, since you're connected,
this would be a good ass meme face, yo.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. Look, Tom should be racist against his internet provider because they suck. So
that's not a color. That isn't a color they provided. But let me run off some other people that have been so far canceled. I'm not gonna go through the whole list because we'll be here till fucking next week. You tell me if they should have been canceled or not. Right? Chris Pratt, his involvement with the Westboro Baptist Church and his church's views on homosexuality and abortion, and Thomas is locked out. Mm-hmm. Think he should be banned? No, mind you, he hasn't said any of this shit. It's just he's a member of the church that does.
I need more information in regards to it. What was said?
Basically, his church is like. Have you ever heard of Westboro Baptist Church?
No.
There we go.
All right, so they're the most racist church in America.
Like, as far as what? Like racist towards who?
Like
black people?
Anyone not white. Put it like that.
Okay. All right.
You're not gonna find an Asian in the Westboro Baptist Church.
Go ahead.
All right. So they're extremely homophobic. They're extremely racist. And his church, I believe, and I'm not going to correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think his church has connections to their church. But his church that he's a member of has been known to come out saying homophobic shit, shit against transgenders, things like that. He himself has not said anything on the subject.
So I'm about to say, does he share those views?
Well, he's a member of their church. He puts money in their collection plates.
Gotcha. I need more information, to be honest with you. In the short, no. I'm not canceling
no. For that. Okay, Tom, same?
No, I'm not canceling Chris Pratt for that. I know I jumped out the meeting, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
You're talking about the Trump stuff, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, his church, basically his church is big supporters of that shit. Yeah. He's never come out publicly on his own Twitter saying anything. Mm-hmm. I'll move on to the next one, James Gunn. 2013, he was fired for tweets joking about child sex and rape. Should he have been canceled or no?
No.
It was child sex and rape against little boys? No? Still no?
Nah, he should have canceled. He should have got canceled for that. Yeah.
He should have got canceled for that?
He was a grown man?
Yeah.
What were the jokes? What were the jokes? Because, here's the thing. People can say crazy stuff. You go back and find people's Twitter from 2011, everybody's canceled. We were trying it out. We just got Twitter. Oh my God, I just want to say something weird real quick to see if I get a rise. You may not have even meant it. You know what I mean? Didn't Josh Allen say some weird stuff or whatever that they found on his Twitter from when he was in high school?
Yeah, he said the N-word, I think.
All right, so I'm gonna give you some of the stuff that James Gunn said. He retweeted, "I like it when little boys touch me in my silly place."
Go. Yeah, he gotta go.
Photo shoot with Amalia, Stevie Sparky, and Melissa Pizza, trying to maintain a semi-chub so that it look impressive in these photos. The Hardy Boys and the mystery of what it feels like when Uncle Bernie fists me.
He just sounds like a weirdo.
The Expendables was so manly, I fucked the shit out of the little pussy boy next to me. The boys are back in town.
Nah, man, I'm good. Yeah, he gotta go. Sorry, man.
He gotta go?
Yeah, he gotta go.
So let's just say we were to cancel him. Let's just say we were to cancel him right now. We'll be hurting Zoe Saldana, Chris Pratt, basically the entire cast of Guardians of the Galaxy, anyone else is affiliated with it, any cameraman, any production, any fucking hair, makeup dresser, etc. All because of that one dude. Knowing damn well that if they're already saying this fucked up shit, there's no way they're gonna go ahead and pay for these people to have jobs and shit too. So when you cancel somebody, you're canceling more than just that person. They cancel a lot more than just that person.
Well, how so? I mean, you're talking about canceling their family.
Here. This is gonna be ABC. When James Gunn got fired, the dude who plays Drax, Dave Bautista, came out and said that he's not gonna do Guardians of the Galaxy 3 without James Gunn. It's either James Gunn or no one. The rest of the cast came out with heartfelt fucking letters. They all signed a petition requesting that he come back. James Gunn's reasoning behind this shit, behind those tweets, was that he was an aspiring stand-up comic before he became a movie director. So he was trying to get shock laughs, kind of like what Kramer did during his little racist epitaph. Right? He was trying to get shock laughs. Yeah, Bob Saget, another one. Right? He was trying to get shock laughs. So they said, "Oh yeah, you should have shit held to you." Blah 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 blah, and they rehired him back.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, should he get canceled today? Should everybody stop watching everything today? James Gunn retires with $50 million.
The money's not important.
I'm not a well, that's kind of what you're canceling them for, isn't it?
No,
the whole point of canceling them is to make sure they don't make no money. Or
no, I don't think you're canceling that person. How they make their money after the fact is up to them. You're canceling them as far as them being, able to be able to affect the masses right now, as far as that's concerned. I'm not supporting them at this point in time as a person who's
right. So to you, would you ever go see Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
Yes.
So you're gonna be supporting him. So you'll be supporting James Gunn.
Yeah, I mean, well, I have ways of seeing it without having to pay for it, though. So we're not going to talk about that on camera, right? I don't have to pay for any of his content, so I'll just be honest. I'm gonna support it. I can guarantee you that
hold on. So you won't be going to the movies. You won't be going to the movies to see this shit.
To see Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians. If he's canceled, I'm gonna. And, I have to say
That's
something.
The thing, he's not. He went from canceled to uncanceled.
Right, to uncanceled, and I don't agree with that. I think I have a problem now with the cast of that movie because that's some horrible shit that was said there. That's just not acceptable. Like that's terrible. I don't care what his excuse was. Like the excuse of this guy who called them girls a bunch of effing, N-words.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna go on him.
On the basketball game. Go ahead.
Let's talk about Don Imus.
Well, he got canceled in
Barry. No, not Don Imus. I'm talking about the guy from yesterday. I'm talking about yesterday. That guy.
We'll get to him too. Mike Rowan. Yeah, we'll get to Mike Rowan. Matt Rowan. Sorry, Matt Rowan. We'll get to him in a moment. Right? Going down this list. I want to go down this list. Bryan Adams, the singer.
Yeah.
Anyone never heard of him?
Yeah, I heard of him.
If he wouldn't get canceled,
they make fun of him.
Yeah. He's a racist piece of shit too. Said some anti-Asian shit. Talked about some fucking Asian wet market goop motherfuckers or some shit. Mm-hmm. Whatever. He was if they decide to cancel him tomorrow again. $65 million. Here's my point when I'm mentioning these funds is that if I have that much money and you tell me we're not gonna listen to you tomorrow, you know how many shits I'm gonna give?
Yeah, none. I understand that.
Am I gonna change my ways?
No, I don't think. But I don't think not. I mean, it doesn't matter one way or the other. I understand that aspect of it, but it's still look again. People's reputation when they get hurt again. When you say stuff like that out in public, to be honest with you, you probably just don't care anyway. But some people do. Like the hot mic situations that have happened over the course of the last few years, including what happened yesterday, where people thought that their opinion was not being broadcast to the masses and wanted to keep that under the cover. When you make a statement on social media, you want people to hear your views and you don't really care what people think. So that's different. I think that's a little different. So, yeah.
No. That job, that field is a little different. Right. That field of being the reporter, the sports journalist, where you're talking for a living. Right. When you fuck up the only thing you're supposed to do, then yeah, that's a different situation you're in. Like Hulk Hogan could come out and say he hates black people, but he doesn't have to go out there and talk next week. They're gonna hire him to wrestle. Right. You see what I'm saying? So now they're gonna say, Hulk, shut up and go wrestle. Don't say anything, you'll be all right. A sportscaster has to talk. Correct. So when you fuck up talking, doing some shit, the racist shit like that motherfucker yesterday, that's your career.
Oh, that guy. Fucked up the one thing on diabetes.
Yeah, blame it on the sugar. Blame it on the fucking shit. You gonna blame it on the sugar. Talking about my Beatus is acting up. Beatus is acting up. Fucking that word. Fucking yeah. I hope niggas. Yo, I'm a diabetic. Okay, when my sugar go up, I don't go fucking screaming racial epithets at people and shit. The fuck?
I don't know too many people who
do. Anyway, moving on. We talked about her a little bit to start this convo when we were discussing, production things. Gina Carano from Disney.
Yeah.
Okay, she was fired for homophobic tweets. Her tweet was, I don't know what we should call women now. Beep, boop, bop, beepity bop, something like that, because she was cracking on gender pronouns. Should she be canceled?
I mean, again,
that's tough.
I don't have a dog in the fight.
That's Disney, bro.
Yo, it becomes a point of who does it affect, and do we care about that particular group at that particular time?
Right. I truly believe that.
Right now is the Black Lives Matter movement. So everybody, anything racist should and could and should be getting tossed the fuck out, like with the trash. That's because when you have all these young people, and Dave Chappelle, you brought this up. Dave Chappelle brought this up. He was like, I used to think that cartoons was like good for kids to watch, but you look at them and they're terrible role models. So who are our kids growing up listening to? Who are our kids imbibing? Racist shit? Racist shows or non-racist shows? Like I wish my son would never look at an episode of Dukes of Hazzard. Like, I'm sorry, that was like the most racist show I've ever heard. since after slavery. I think they had one black character the whole fucking time. I think one black character on the show, and I think it was a guest star. It wasn't even no fucking real shit, like a regular role.
Yeah, like, and I had the Dukes of Hazzard car too, and it had a Confederate flag on the
yeah, me too. My fucking uncle bought that shit for me. I should have known better.
I had it. I had
Racist
that.
Ass uncle bought it for me. Racist ass uncle bought it.
I love that show, yo.
I love that car.
I used to love that show. I used to love that show.
I used to hate the first 40 minutes of the show. The last 10 minutes was the shit. That's it.
Yeah, when they ruined like 20. How many do you have? 20,000 Chargers there? Like 20,000 Chargers, Dodge Chargers that they used to just literally just trash.
Yo, how many times they break the law right in front of Boss Hogg and they still walk free? White boys.
Every single time.
Only white boys can break the law like that. If that was two black dudes in that car, they would have been shot.
Yeah.
Boss Hogg would have shot their ass and planted a gun.
Season episode 1.
The end. That shit would have been a fucking series finale and grand. What is it? Series
grand opening, grand closing.
All of the same shit. Moving on, yo. Moving on. Here's another one. Kirstie Alley. Kirstie Alley.
Hey, Kirstie.
Kirstie Alley said that the Oscars, I don't know if you know this, but the Oscars in 2024, they're no longer going to look at any movie that doesn't have a proper race quota in it.
What does that mean?
For Best Picture. Basically, you have to hire people of color.
Like affirmative action for
like
so basically affirmative action for a movie.
For movies, yes. And they won't consider any movie for Best Picture.
That's stupid. I think that's stupid.
It's foolishness.
But Kirstie Alley said, you hate that, right?
I hate that. So, I hate it because for the same reason I hate affirmative action. I feel like the best person for the job gets the job. Like, I don't even like the NFL's policy about the Rooney Rule. I hate it. Because as a black man, I want to know that I got the job because I was the best candidate, not because I was black. And they had no choice.
I totally agree with that.
So here was the problem. So do you guys know what initiated the Rooney Rule?
Wasn't it Dennis Green? Was it Dennis Green?
I said not who. Oh. What initiated it? What initiated it was that they had less than 12 black head coaches in 60 years.
Right.
If not for the Rooney Rule, we wouldn't have not had a black head coach and a black coaching staff, all black coaching staff, and win the Super Bowl. We would not have had that.
Right.
All right. I'm sorry. I don't think anybody would have been hiring Bruce Arians for a job had it not been for that. I'm not saying I'm for that. I wish affirmative action didn't have to exist, but sadly it does, because when we left it up to the white people to just say you pick who's the best candidate, one of their prerequisites for best candidate was skin color.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the affirmative action shit, that's meant to get you in the door. The inclusion initiative for the Oscars is to make sure that people of color aren't being discriminated. And it's not even just the cast, it's behind the scenes workers. Like you have hairdressers and hair salons and salon companies and styling companies and shit that service these places. Black contractors aren't getting jobs because it's all white people being cast for movies, and they want white people who can work with white hair. Right. You see what I'm saying? So the Oscars is rewarding companies that actually have inclusiveness, right, in their films. I could go for this shit either way, to be honest. But I know people would be up in arms if the next movie that comes out is an all-white cast with an all-white fucking production team.
Right. Could you imagine getting canceled? Could you imagine the NBA getting canceled because there aren't enough white people on the team, or the NFL because there's more black people than white? Like, I just don't understand the reverse situation.
I think in the All-Star game this year, I think there was like 3 white dudes, and they were all like across Europe.
None of them were American.
None of them were American.
Which is the same problem I have with the culture of, like, I'm racist against the British people that I keep finding out this person isn't even from here, but he's cast as a white guy. It makes me sick to my stomach that Tom Holland is British.
White guy.
Tom Holland is British? He don't really talk like this?
Yo, anyway, back to what we're saying. We're going to get off topic. Should Kirstie Alley be canceled? Yes or no? For saying that.
I don't feel like
what did she say exactly?
She said,
what did she say exactly?
I'll pull it up. Hold up.
I don't. She basically agree with the affirmative action and movie rule.
Correct.
Hold up. Yeah, I got it. Hold on.
Basically, right?
Now it does matter.
I don't think she should be canceled.
It doesn't matter how she said it. If she was just like, well, them niggas shouldn't get a chance. It should be all about us. Then that's different. But, but if she's
Honestly,
saying
though, do you really have to cancel her? What's she been in the last 10 years? Is she already canceled?
Jenny Craig commercial.
What's the last movie you seen her in, bro? Oh, look who's talking now with the dogs. Come on, bro.
Really?
Yeah, it's a movie. Look who's talking sequel where the dogs talk.
Here's what she said. Here's what she said. Y'all ready?
Yeah, go.
She said, can you imagine? Now, mind you, this is in response to she retweeted the link. So it was a response to that article. She said, wow, can you imagine telling Picasso what he had to have in his paintings? She says, you people have lost your minds. All are control artists, control individual thought. Oscar Orwell.
Here's where she messed up.
I totally agree with her. I agree with her.
I totally agree with everything she's saying, but here's where she messed up. When she said the word "you people," everybody after that, they stopped right there. If you are white, Caucasian, pigment, when you say the word "you people," all bets are off. Niggas is ready to fight. Yeah, niggas are ready to fight when you start saying.
Must have a house meeting, y'all.
Yo, let me tell you something. Yo, I be on the phone when I'm on the phone with customers. And they say those magic words and be like, "You people," and I be like, "Bitch, yo, you can't say them words, man. Them words, you people, they hold a lot. People, it triggers something in Negroes' minds, in the black man's mind, or the black person's mind. When you say you people, they think you automatically calling them a nigga. So, you just gotta be careful with that. But yeah, go ahead.
You're right, Jay, because when they started reading it and she said, you people, my mind just went elsewhere.
I ain't hear nothing else after that. I ain't hear nothing else after you said you people.
I agree with her point, though.
Yeah, she just made it the wrong way. She didn't use the right words.
J.K. Rowling. Y'all know who J.K. Rowling is?
I heard the name. I heard the
She created Harry Potter.
Yeah, I know about her. Yeah, I know what she did.
Yeah, you know what she did. She should be canceled.
I'm gonna say yes, she should be canceled, but I 100% agree with her. I'm sorry, women out here that want to be men and men that want to be women, that's cool as far as I'm concerned. But at the end of the day, what she was talking about was procreating. And at the end of the day, if you're a woman or if you're a man and you want to become a woman, you want to split that thing down the middle or whatever and create a vagina, that's fine. But it ain't no babies coming out of it. I'm just saying,
if you met a transgender person and they said I refuse to be called he, but they were dressed as a woman, are you gonna be like, fuck you, I ain't calling you he, you shit?
Nah, I struggle with that to this day because I know someone who is of that gender or whatever, of that transgender or whatever the case may be. And I'm sensitive to that situation, but the reality of the situation is that whatever you have decided to transform yourself into, for whatever reason it is, and I respect that reason, you can't be that person. At the end of the day, you cannot be that person because that is not how you were born into this world. So at the end of the day, I'm a man. I have men parts. So, and you can take those men parts away from me, but at the end of the day, I'm still a man. Hey, Carter, trying to do a show here.
Buddy here, fuck you, Dad. Cause I just smacked the shit out of
Same thing for a woman. From a woman's standpoint, and I know more women of this situation than men, but I know there's a lot of women that identify as men, or that they want to, hide their sexuality in that aspect of it. I respect it, but at the end of the day, it's always going to be a struggle, and I don't know how to approach it. I respect it. I don't want to say sympathize with it because I'm sure they're fine in what they want to be. But it's something that we're all trying to figure out, because now with the transgender bathrooms and stuff like that, it's a learning curve, and I think mistakes will be, what?
Yeah. No, what mistake could they make with using the bathroom?
I don't know. I'm just saying mistakes as a whole as far as how to approach the community.
So to anybody in that community, anybody listening who got a problem with transgender people using the bathroom, I'm going to tell y'all something, and it's probably going to rock y'all worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Where do y'all think these motherfuckers was going to the bathroom before? They were still using the same bathrooms, so nothing happened then. Ain't shit gonna happen now, bro.
I don't even know what is a transgender bathroom at the end of the day. Like one that doesn't have
a urinal you can sit in.
That's a woman's bathroom. That's the woman's bathroom. Just go there.
You ever see Kingpin? You ever see Kingpin where the fucking Amish dude was sitting in the urinal?
Yeah.
Reading the paper? That's what they gonna look like.
I mean, did you not see Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby? Homegirl just put it up like this and just like, yo.
Oh no, that was Step Brothers, yeah.
I'm sorry, Step
Brothers.
My bad. Yeah, Step Brothers.
So anyway, we getting off topic again, man. So J.K. Rowling, if anybody wants to cancel her, by the way, if anybody feels like canceling her, she'll be retiring to wherever with $670 million. Good luck making her feel bad.
No,
yeah.
Like I said, the money has very little bearing on it. You cancel them and they can't do it. They'll just say, okay, I'll ride off into the sunset, but you can't cancel
I am glad you said that, Jay. I'm glad you said that. R. Kelly.
He's broke.
Oh, yeah.
All right, time out. Does anyone on this pod really believe that they can go to a club right now and go dollar for dollar with R. Kelly?
No.
Thank you. So he is not broke. He just got friends. He got friends who allow them to use bank accounts. That's all.
Secret friends.
Regardless, we'll call him broke. But should he be canceled?
Yeah. But I'm still
canceled. The tape came out.
Now getting to R. Kelly, this is what I wanted to say also. Yes, you can say, yo, we're going to cancel him. But for every guy like me and like you and like Niz that hates child sex, there's some child rapper motherfucker out there who's like, I love me some R. Kelly. Yeah. That's not going to cancel him.
Mm-hmm.
So can anyone ever be truly canceled?
I don't think so.
I say no.
I say no also. I was going to get on. Bill Cosby, the pudding peddler. I think he should be canceled.
I say no because this stuff's old, man. Like Bill got away with it, yo. I don't know how it came back.
Hold the fuck up. So wait, there should be a statute of limitations on rape. I don't understand. Like
Hannibal Buress brought it up.
Oh, okay.
And they started looking into it. Hannibal Buress brought it up on a stand-up, and they started looking into it, and girls started coming forward.
Question:
it wouldn't have happened if Hannibal Buress ain't say nothing.
How did Hannibal Buress find out?
I guess it was a rumor. It was a rumor, I guess, around a long time in Hollywood about what Bill Cosby was doing.
And then somebody went up to Amanda Constrand or whatever her name was. It was like, did Bill Cosby rape you? And she was like, you know what? I think he did. How much money does he have? Right now he's worth $400 million.
And he's not canceled
Bill?
Because the Cosby Show is still on Amazon Prime. So he's not canceled.
Right next to All in the Family.
Yeah, wait. I think we're still missing the point here. It doesn't mean that your shows don't play anymore. Like the networks are still going to pick up the Cosby Show.
That's true. He's right. Jay's right 100%.
Like, can we stop saying that? Like, he already alluded to it with All in the Family. It doesn't mean these shows disappear. They're going to still play them.
So,
Jussie Smollett.
Oh, man.
Who?
Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett be canceled.
He should be canceled because
they got canceled.
He's a dummy.
He got canceled.
They kicked him off
the show.
Yeah, they kicked him off the show. He'll be back. Don't worry, he'll be back. Anyway, he gets to retire. He gets to retire with his $1.5 million or whatever for right now. If he would never do anything else ever again.
He's already working. He's working.
Let me ask you a question, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, let me ask you a question. What do you know Jussie Smollett before Empire? What have you seen him on?
Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
When that come out?
Like 93, 95.
1992?
I gave you an answer. You asked me a question. I answered. I don't know what the fuck he yelled at me.
He wasn't exactly Denzel before this, man. Come on, man.
So what? At the end of the day, his sister was Michelle Tanner's best friend. He got money.
Yeah, his sister got money.
Does.
His sister got money.
She's in Mad Show.
Yeah. Anyway, do y'all think he should be canceled? Yeah, we can answer that. So we'll move on.
No.
Michael Jackson. Was Michael Jackson ever canceled? Was Michael Jackson
was never found guilty. Michael Jackson was never found guilty.
Neither was R. Kelly.
He's sitting in jail now, though. R. Kelly been in jail for like a year already.
He ain't had Michael Jackson money. That's for damn sure.
Michael Jackson didn't have Michael Jackson money when
Michael Jackson's dead in heaven right now, still spending money that he ain't even made in 2005 yet. Like he's still spending 2004.
R. Kelly and Michael Jackson ain't necessarily cut from the same cloth for this situation because R. Kelly is currently serving jail time, and that's
right. He's actually being held on bond. That's all. He's not serving a sentence. He's being held on bond because he's a flight risk.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, plus, I think that is because it's possible for R. Kelly to put on a disguise and like go on about life. Michael Jackson couldn't put on no disguise and just hide anywhere, bro.
Facts.
He wasn't gonna put on a fucking mustache. I'm the Jeffersons. Like this ain't South Park, bro. But anyway, he was never canceled. I don't think Michael Jackson was ever canceled, but like you said, he was never found guilty. Okay, so we'll move on. Kevin Spacey. Child sex allegations from some guy a few years ago. Should he have been canceled? He lost the show, lost his movies. He ain't doing shit.
Worth a lot of money though. Still.
100 million. Right now, 100 million. It was like 200 something.
Daddy's busy. Daddy's in the middle of something right now. Can we table this for later? All right, go watch TV and we'll handle this in a minute. All right.
You sound like Dave, man.
Dave,
you heard? You sound like Dave from The Job. We're gonna table this for later. That's some shit he say.
Okay.
I remember all my bosses. I learned people. As soon as I sit down, I try to read them. Anyway, now we get to the fucking jewel, the crown jewel of this whole shit.
Yeah.
Don the motherfucking Imus. So everybody knows who Don Imus is, right?
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, he was a racist ass old man. Was talking shit about the Rutgers team being a bunch of fucking nappy-headed hoes. Lost his show. Got it back. 8 months later, back to work. Like nothing happened. Quietly, I'm sure, but he went back to work.
I mean, he apologized to Rutgers. They sucked anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh, he did. Okay. Well, yeah. Jay, I'm gonna read a short transcript of a conversation between him and Warner Wolf. All right. Yeah. Warner Wolf says, defensive back Adam Pac-Man Jones recently signed by the Cowboys. Here's a guy suspended all of 2007 following a shooting in the Vegas nightclub. Don Imus' response: well, stuff happens. You're in a nightclub, for God's sake. What do you think is going to happen in a nightclub? People are drinking and doing drugs. There's women and there's people that have guns. So there you go. Go ahead. Warner Wolf says, also, he's been arrested 6 times since being drafted by Tennessee in 2005. Don Imus says, what color is he? He said, African American. Don Imus says, well, there you go. Now we know.
I can't lie, that's funny. I'm sorry.
I laughed too when I read it.
It's racist, but it's funny.
It's racist as fuck, but I laughed when I read it too, yo.
Yo, and it's funny because I can see Don Imus' face saying it. Like I can see his reaction. Like I can see his reaction as he's saying what he says.
So here's some more. In 1994, no, sorry. So in 1984, everybody knows who Howard Stern is.
Yeah, I heard of him.
All right. So in 1984, Don Imus said regarding Howard Stern, yeah, Howard's a slut too, Lloyd. Plus, he's a Jew bastard. We should just have him castrated and put in the oven.
Yo, he racist as hell. He's funny though. I can't lie. That's not funny, but I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting you to say this.
1989, Don Imus referred to a black sports columnist, Bill Rhoden, as the New York Times quota hire. No, sorry, that was 90. In the course of a 1998 interview, in the course of a 1998 interview with Mike Wallace, Imus told the producer off camera that McGurk was hired to perform Edward jokes. Robert Quivers, also from the Robert Stern show, Howard Stern show. She said that he called her an N-word to her face when she worked with him at NBC, and also called her a spear checker on air. To which Howard laughed.
Spear checker.
So Howard Stern and Quivers also recalled the time when Imus called another black female co-worker, a secretary named Brenda, a N-word during their time at WNBC. Imus also repeatedly referred to Arabs as ragheads or sad Edwards. And most of his shows contain derogatory epithets for homosexuals, including the word F-word, that one, and various terms describing homosexuality. All of that on his jacket before the Rutgers comments. Mm-hmm. And he got his job back in 8 months, and this is in 2008. That's 12 years ago.
That's exactly why he got a job back, because of the stuff he said.
Dude, was 12 years ago really that long ago? I don't remember racism being that open and that okay with 12 years ago.
No, I guess not.
What I'm saying is, what I want to know is the places where he got hired back or whatever. Like,
what's really crazy
is for shock value.
Huh? You said what?
They kept bringing him back for shock value. Like, no, all right, say like he said all of this stuff. He has a history of it, but people keep hiring him. It's for shock value. That's the only reason.
Sounds like the opposite of cancel, right?
Well,
Yeah.
who said he was canceled? I mean, he's dead now. He's dead now.
No, he's dead now. He's permanently canceled now. But when we talk about cancel culture in his world and shit, dude, here was a dude that served you up several times, every opportunity in the world to be canceled. Mm-hmm. And every other time we look the other way. My thing is, I don't think you can actually have a cancel culture. You can't, because certain people in a society where certain people are allowed to say certain things. Yeah. Like in this case, I have no doubt in my mind that if it's Jussie Smollett saying some shit like this, he's getting automatically canceled. All Jussie Smollett did was lie about some racists, and he got canceled. This motherfucker is a racist. And he got a job. He still had a job after. Mm-hmm. And most likely had a job fucking during. They told him to take an 8-month vacation. Old ass 98-year-old man. Take a fucking 8-month vacation, come back, you talk your more racist shit. All right, half the shit I read was fucking after. Like, he didn't learn his fucking lesson.
Right.
So
didn't Jussie get caught because he wrote the guys a check?
Yeah. The guys who fake Robin.
And they saved the technology too. So
what a dummy.
So that being said, right? We talked about all these famous people that got canceled, whatever. Let's throw that out. For a second. Y'all remember the bird watching incident in New York, right? Where the lady tried to call the cop on a black dude for bird watching? Yeah. All right. So what happens what do regular people do when they get canceled?
Like Karen?
Because she got fired.
Karen is canceled.
But so what's she supposed to do for a living now? Let's say Karen has a kid. What's Karen supposed to do now that her job is fired her because that video went viral and no other place will hire her?
Find her a racist boss that'll hire her.
That's hard. You can't just go into the job and be like, I'm sorry, is your boss racist? He is great. I would like to.
No, you just have to keep going to interview after interview. Interview after interview. Okay,
so how does your kid's stomach, how does your stomach get filled in the meantime?
Oh, I mean, you better go out there and
sell applications.
You go out there and sell your body.
Yeah. Right. I mean,
she thought about that before she did that BS.
That's what I be saying. So I was having a talk with this person on my job, and I was like, yo, and mind you, Jay, you already work for these kind of people, so you already know. But I don't have to tell you that they don't have no great love for black people. And I know that they don't have no great love for black people because I hear it in the office all the time. All right. So I had made a comment.
My boss loves my black ass. Keith Henning told me that joke.
saved it. You saved it because I was about to let you in on the uncomfortable truth. But but in my office, they don't really care for him too much. So I let them know, like, okay, so I'm gonna just break this conversation down the way it happened. Yeah. The short version. So I heard them say a word, an epithet, or whatever, about somebody. They called Biden a N-word digger.
Okay.
Because he chose Kamala Harris as his vice president. So, that goddamn fucking, he's the fucking N-word digger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So I was like, yo, so the conversation got onto about race or whatever, and I was like, yo, dude, I was like, honestly, yo, if you've seen Trump's cabinet, like, you only had one black dude. Like, he's like, oh yeah, no, I don't agree with racist. So I said, I think all racists should be put to death. I said, because that's a way of thinking. If I'm racist, let's just say I'm any one of these people, right? You know what you get after you get the racist shit? You get the apology. You get the excuses, then you get the apology, right? Who believes any apology that comes out of a racist mouth?
Nobody.
I wouldn't believe an apology that come out of a racist mouth. So we already know that their mind is already fucked on racism. We already know that they're already bad for this fucking society. Like, kill them, or imprison them for the rest of their lives. This guy is like, oh, that's fucking harsh. Just for fucking punishing people for what they think. What is this? Fucking Saudi Arabia? By the way, Saudi Arabia, they don't punish people for what they think, you racist fuck. But yeah, they don't. But yeah, he's like, oh, what do you think this is, Saudi Arabia? I was like, no, but it says you can't put up racism from one person and then allow it from another. They think because they're Jews that they could say shit like N-word and get away with it. Like, I called them on
why would they feel that? Why would they think that?
Because they think they're persecuted too. That we were persecuted by Germans, just like they were persecuted by whites. So we both share persecution stories. It's full of shit.
Yeah,
it's full of shit. All right.
Don't get me wrong. Look, the Holocaust is the Holocaust, and it's as serious as can be.
It's bad, but it didn't last 400 years.
No.
Okay. And they kept tallies and numbers of how many people died in the Holocaust. All right. I think black slaves broke that within the first century.
Oh yeah,
6 million.
There's slaves' bodies that you won't find to this day.
Absolutely. But they think that. Sorry, they think that it's okay, and that certain people should be allowed to say shit like this, and that this kind of speech or shit doesn't affect shit like that. My question is, right, to you guys though, what would you guys cancel somebody for? What would you guys be like? Absolutely, 100%. That's it. Obviously, the James Gunn shit, 100%. Anything with child rape, child molestation, anything like that's got to go. Right. What about regular rape? What about regular rape? Is regular rape light enough for us to be like, all right, like Pepe Le Pew type rape?
Yes.
That should go too, right?
Yes.
Any kind of racism whatsoever, right? Sexism.
Yes.
Any kind of sexism?
Yes. Yes.
So
yes.
All right, so
no, because we live in a sexist world. The world is sexist. I
was about to say, if somebody came out and was like, hey, my wife wanted me to get in touch with my feminist side. So I went outside, crashed the car, came home, burnt dinner, and then didn't talk to her all fucking night for no reason. That's kind of like a sexist joke. That's kind of like a sexist joke, right? Right?
It's a funny one though, too.
What would you expect somebody to get canceled for that?
No, you know what? I changed that.
Context has a lot to do with everything or whatever. Like, it's always going to be
exactly.
You're going to offend somebody in the room regardless of the fact.
No matter what. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Exactly. No matter what, that's a good point. That's a good point.
How many years ago was it when we got the H&M ad with the kid with the hoodie on, coolest monkey in the jungle, and he was black? Niggas took it the wrong way.
Was that like 2 years ago?
They took it the wrong way.
Jay, hold on, Jay. You think he took it the wrong way, or you think the person who put that shirt on that motherfucker put it all the wrong way? You know what I mean?
I'll be honest.
They had this shit. They had it ready for a white kid, and they were like,
This will work a lot better. This will work a lot better.
Black one.
Like, we'll really get this shit off now. Like,
exactly.
It was a mess. I wasn't Gucci canceled for a minute. We canceled Gucci.
Wasn't it? Yeah. What they had? They had that face mask, right? The fucking face mask with the black.
No, was that Gucci or was that Somebody else.
H&M was it H&M?
No, H&M had the hoodie. The mask I think was Gucci. It might have been Gucci or was somebody else. I can't remember. But yep. With the no, it was Montclair. Montclair had the mask with the monkeys or whatever it was or whatever.
No, it was the blackface lips, wasn't it?
It was something, but it was like in the logo. It was like in the logo or something like that.
No, it was one where it was like red and white or some shit. Floyd made with the dumbass. Yeah, Floyd wore it, and they were like fucking cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Yo, 50 ripped him, yo. 50 ripped him.
Yeah.
No, it looked like he was doing blackface. That's what it was. It was like a blackface mask, yo.
Yeah, which is exactly what I think it was. All right, anyway. You know what? Let's get off of this. Go.
I wanted to finish up. I wanted to one more thing. Anybody who says anything transgender or homophobic, should they be canceled?
Man, yo, yeah, I think you have to cancel them. You have to. You got to cancel them because, like, yo, the society, you won't stand for it now. You can't do that. Like, you can't just be out here saying, oh, you fake female or you fake dude or whatever the case may be or whatever. Like, you're not like, yo, you can't do this stuff. People have the right to choose to be what they want to be without persecution. You know, how you feel about it. Yeah,
they're supposed to anyway. They don't get these rights, right? But they're supposed to,
right? Same-sex marriage, you know, gays, lesbians, you know, the LGBT community as a whole. You know, you can't cancel people who don't feel that, you know, and look, this is coming from somebody who's a Christian who knows that or has been taught that it's a sin. It's a sin. You're going to hell. You're going to hell if you lay down with another man and you're a man, or if you know whatever, and of course you can ask for forgiveness and you know and be redeemed from that. But you know, ultimately, it's a sin.
I mean, maybe this is for another podcast, but isn't that shit open to interpretation in the Bible?
Of course. I mean, it's not interpretation as far as I'm concerned. I believe it to be God's word. But at the end of the day,
but you're not super religious. You're not like, I'm going to follow this book to the letter. Like, you could tell
nobody follows it to the letter. Unfortunately, I mean, we all should.
That's what I mean. You're competent enough where you could open this book and know what's right and what's wrong.
Right. I mean. Again, like I said, look, as far as I'm concerned, it's God's word. It's all right. But at the end of the day, you know, again, everybody always is going to question aspects of, you know, of biblical interpretation because until you know, you don't know. So you're always thirsting for that knowledge and everything or whatever. And, you know, God's word was written still by a human being. You know, it wasn't written by the Holy Spirit. It was written by another person who believes the same way we do. Yeah, right. There are a series of books, obviously written by that person. But again, I don't want to get too far into that. What else we got on the what else we got on the cancel culture?
The meat. Oh no, that's it. That was my last point. Actually, make sure I have my last point. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my last point. Yep. Yeah, that was my last point. That was
all right. Well, that was that was enlightening. A lot. That was a good one, actually. That was good. Eddie Murphy is going to end our show, and as I finally saw Coming to America last night. I kid you not. If you're watching the movie, expecting it to live up to or even be what the original Coming to America is, then you're going to hate it, and you should hate it because it's not. I don't think it was even meant to be that. I think it was meant to be its own situation. Yes, you can call it a sequel or whatever the case may be, but I think people are watching it with the expectation that it's supposed to be some follow-up, you know, spectacular to the original movie, which it's not, and it's not even close. But, you know, it had some funny parts and some stuff that was, you know, that was able to be laughed at, but ultimately was, if I'm in a rating from a 1 to 10, I'm giving it probably a 4. In my opinion, it's a 4. You know, in that respect, I think they did a lot. They tried too hard in certain areas where you could just see you were just trying to get a laugh in certain situations.
Somebody said
that made it corny for me.
Somebody said, now we all seen it, right? So I'm not spoiling anything.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Somebody said James Earl Jones died so that he could get out the movie.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
It was stupid. It was stupid the way he died. I'm gonna die now.
I'm gonna die now. Like, really?
You are you fucking serious? This is James Earl Jones. Yo, arguably, I don't say this a lot because we don't talk against greatest actors out there a lot. James Earl Jones is one of the greatest actors ever to fucking grace a stage or a screen, yo.
Yeah.
This is the part you reduced him to. This is what you reduced him to, standing in his own casket. So I'm gonna die now, son.
I almost want to say, can James Earl Jones even walk? Can James Earl Jones walk at this point of his career? Because every time I see him, he's either laying in the bed or he was in a coffin.
That probably was his real casket. It was probably the real one he rides around in, just a crow.
Was it me or did he have that? You guys are paying me in cash, right? Looks on his face the whole time.
Yo, man. Yo,
so he mailed that in.
Straight up.
That movie is awful.
How much? You know what he said when he came to him? This is complete rubbish. How much is the check? That's probably what he said. How much does it take?
You guys are paying in cash, right?
That will buy me a new Chrysler. I'll go and do it.
Yo, wait, what Chrysler is he? Mercury.
Yeah, you know, he getting a Mercury. What 300? He's probably gonna push him 300. He's like a 300 type of dude.
Nah, he a Grand Marquis type of guy.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you start this segment.
Yeah, let me do this, y'all. So top five best or worst first. So what are we doing first?
Tom, what you think?
Do like a groomer.
Which one?
What is up?
Do worst first.
Do worst first. Okay, so I'm gonna go 5-1. What if I have an honorable mention for each one, by the way, just to let y'all know. So, okay. So honorable mention or unfortunate mention for this one, Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Mm-hmm.
They should have stopped.
That's my worst.
They should have stopped at 1.
Yeah,
straight up. They should have stopped at 1, but
2 was my favorite.
Then let it go to 3. I didn't like 2 that much.
I love 2.
All right, so number 5 is this new shit that he just put out, Coming to America. I'm sorry, this is one of the worst fucking movies I've seen in my life. There was less than 5 minutes of character development for the fucking main fucking star, which was, I guess, the son, who's supposed to be a prince. All right. You got Arsenio Hall recycling jokes from 30 fucking years ago. The same joke. You can't even come up with a different type of animal shit. It's got to be hippopotamus shit because it tickled us the first time. The Mighty Fine Guys. Don't those motherfuckers AIDS? They were the same way 30 years ago. But that being said, they probably put that in there for comedic effect. It's whatever. Of course. You got to have the callbacks. They brought back the rapping twins. They literally gave them more screen time this time than they did last time. Yeah. Mind you, they didn't need to be in either one of them. They were completely just tossed away in either one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this movie was literally 2 hours of my life that I will never get back. Yeah. Yeah, it was whack from start to finish. Wesley Snipes, what the fuck? He'll do anything for a check now. Like, Wesley should have looked at this shit like, dude, this is beneath me. Come on, bro. You got me as a warlord getting beat up by a chick, motherfucker. I'm Blade. Like
I don't know. You seen some of the movies he has online?
Like, you seen he was in trouble with the tech. Did he go to jail? So he's got to do all these shit. Like
things he's making. Yo, Tom, your internet is trash, yo.
Yeah.
I think Tom's running on data.
I can't hear nothing. You running on high speed dial up. You running on DSL right
now. So anyway, next one, number 4, 1,000 words, yo. What fucking idiot was like, hey, you know what we should do, guys? We should get Eddie Murphy, who's one of the greatest like comedic comics out there, and then do a movie where he doesn't talk.
Listen, I have a problem with that because my little cousin was in that movie. But
sorry, I'm sorry, Shire, but it wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. It was trash.
He was just
Eddie Murphy's fault. Yeah, the producers fucked that up. But yeah, I don't know what guy thought it was a good idea to put a comedian in there who was not going to talk and make jokes. Like that's what Eddie Murphy is.
I mean, he got 1,000 words. He got to say 1,000 words.
I never saw it.
Yo, dude, none of them made me laugh.
Disrespectful.
None of the words were funny.
You live right next door to one of the stars of the movie, you asshole, and you never even saw it.
I forgot he was in it. I'm sorry that he was in that joint. I saw all the other ones though. I forgot he was in that.
Yeah.
All right, so number three on my worst list, Norbit. Holy fucking God, Norbit.
Funny ass movie though. That shit funny as hell. Stupid as hell, but it's funny. It's funny, yo. It's not funny. It wasn't funny at all. My screen's
not frozen. That's just me. No, this Eddie Murphy. No, this Eddie Murphy comedy, and then there's when you try too hard Eddie Murphy comedy. This was the try too hard version.
Can I say something about that though?
Yep.
So I'm not saying that maybe the Eddie Murphy characters are funny, but I'm sorry, yo, Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans is that bitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is funny. My body. Yo, that is funny, yo. I'm sorry. That is funny as hell, yo. Yo, oh my God, I die every time I see that. Yo, I forgot what his name was. Yo, that shit was funny, yo. I'm sorry. It was that.
Every time it comes on, I watch it. Totally honest with you.
Yo, it's something that I can sit back and watch it because it's just, it's crazy. I don't know why, but it's funny. It was funny.
It's got funny parts. It does. It has its parts. It is. And he has a lot of he has Cat Williams in it, Terry Crews. He has a lot of people in it. So.
Yeah, because they
it looked like he went and got a bunch of B-level star power to try to save it. It looked like that. It felt like that in the movie.
That's exactly what he did.
Yeah. B-level stars for an F-level movie. But anyway, number 2, Haunted Mansion. I know it's a kids movie. But I would think that if you fucked up and forgot how to do adult comedy, kid comedy would be right up your alley. Now this could be interchangeable with Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah.
All right, but I like animals, so I took Dr. Dolittle off the list because the animals were the best actors in that movie. But anyway, Haunted Mansion was number 2 on my list. I'm sorry, to me it was just one of the worst movies ever. One of the worst Eddie Murphy movies ever. The worst one. The Adventures of fucking Pluto Nash. Good God.
Yeah, that was bad. I saw that.
I don't even want to say the fucking premise because somebody might hear it and say, "Ooh, that's interesting," and they'll go give him a fucking view. Don't save your life and don't fucking see this movie. Just don't. All right. That being said, those are my top 5 worst Eddie movie films. If I were to go to hell, Satan, check notes. If I would get down there, those are the 5 you should play for me over and over. Punish me for the rest of my fucking life. Moving on to the best movies. This was hard, yo, because for all the stinkers Eddie put out, he's got some fucking home runs too, yo.
Well, wait, before you do that, yo, Tom, should we all do our worst first?
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Tom,
yeah. Okay.
Do your worst.
I have Norbit. I have Meet Dave. I have The Adventures of Pluto Nash.
That's on my list.
What? Meet Dave?
Yes.
That is so bad.
That freaking movie, yo.
Pluto Nash, Vampire in Brooklyn, and Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Yes. Damn. Okay.
Wait, Beverly Hills Cop 3 was the worst?
Almost.
Yo, Beverly Hills Cop 3 was the worst movie to you?
Yeah, it sucks. It's awful. The second one is one of my favorite movies, period. Like, I love that part 2. And basically, I don't know, they took Axel Foley and put him in an amusement park. Like, come on, man.
No, didn't it feel like a kids movie?
It did. That's what I'm saying. It felt like a kids movie. It felt like he was holding back too much.
They said he was very lazy. And they're like, yeah, he was obviously enthusiastic and very lazy.
I was reading something that him and John Landis, the guy who made Coming to America, they didn't get along for years.
Yeah,
because nobody wanted to work with John Landis because apparently somebody died on one of his movie shoots. And he got sued. He got charged with like manslaughter and nobody wanted to work with him. And he got acquitted. He got acquitted, and because Eddie had said something about him in an interview, so they didn't talk for years. But he came back to do Cop 3. So
I guess that was John Landis' final fuck you. Like, yeah, motherfucker. Hey, good luck with this, bitch. Now sit in that goddamn roller coaster. Chase that bad guy in the roller coaster, asshole.
Yo, Cream, did you say yours?
Nah, so number 5 for me is Meet Dave. 4, Vampire in Brooklyn. 3 was Imagine That. Imagine That.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was another one that sucked.
Yeah.
That was awful too. Holy crap.
Yeah. Number 2 was Tower Heist with Ben Stiller.
Never saw that.
I never saw that. I never saw it.
Don't. And believe it or not, I didn't like I Spy. That was my number 1. I hated I Spy.
That was awful.
I Spy was garbage, yo. Yeah, that shit was garbage, yo.
Yeah.
Good God, yo.
Go ahead, Dave. What's your best ones? You start this off.
Ooh, okay. So, like I was saying,
I think there's gonna be some shockers on this list, yo. Because it's hard to put 5 out there. This 5 is hard, yo.
This 5 was very, very hard.
There's gonna be some ones that don't make it. So go ahead.
Yo, I was interchanging all the way up until this morning, yo.
Yeah.
Like taking out, you know what? I like this one better than that one. No, I like this one better than that one. But Here we go. Number 5, Harlem Nights. I don't know. That. It's an ensemble piece. It's an ensemble piece, but I don't know if it's a true Eddie Murphy film. I said it is because he's one of the main stars. Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it is. It's Eddie Murphy's the main character as far as I'm concerned in the movie.
Right. Yeah. So that was my number 5. Harlem Nights. You can't go wrong now. Sorry, it's just
you can't go wrong because of the cast. I don't know if it's a top 5. It's not in my top 5, and mainly because of the fact that it's just it's filled with so much star power, which makes the movie that it. But again, the movie premise itself is fucking stupid. It's stupid as hell. You just don't realize it because of how good the cast is of characters that are playing in it.
And it's nonstop laughs.
Yes, it is. Yes. Yes, it's hilarious.
They give us one of the most quotable things of all time, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, listen, I ain't coming home no more.
Yeah.
Come on, yo.
I ain't never coming home no more. Kiss the kids to me.
Hey, listen, honey, I ain't coming home no more.
Yep.
Kiss the kids, I love you.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So Harlem Nights, number 5.
Forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Number 4, Beverly Hills Cop, the first one.
The first one. Okay.
I love that movie. My father actually took us to go see that when it came out.
Wow.
That was one of the few movies my father splurged on. My father loved it. So
hey, how old are you, Dave? That movie came out like 84 shit. When did Beverly Hills Cop come out? 88, 84?
Yeah, like I was little. I was like 7, 8 years old, I think.
Oh, okay.
Maybe older than that.
You got to see an R-rated movie? Damn, man.
Yeah.
I hate you.
They didn't give a fuck about that shit back then.
Nah.
They look at the father and be like, yo, all right, kids don't know how to say fuck. So number 3, Trading Places. Trading Places, that was like one of my favorite movies. Like,
good movie.
Yeah. Number 2, the original Coming to America.
Wow.
Like, yes. Number 2, that's my original Coming to America is one of my favorite movies ever, yo. Sorry, again, another laugh riot, start to fucking finish, yo.
Okay.
Like back then, that was funny because it was so original. Here, tell me with this new one that you didn't see every joke coming a mile away.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So number one all time favorite Eddie Murphy movie, and also one of my top 5 all time comedy movies. Period. Fucking Life, yo. I love fucking Life, yo.
Gotcha.
That's my fucking shit. I'm sorry, yo. That's my fucking movie, yo.
Wow. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go next. I like that. I like that list, and I don't have a lot of them on there, but it's a great list. It's a great list. I love it.
I forgot about Trading Places. I would have put that on there.
Nah, how you forget about Trading Places? That's a great movie. It's not on my list though. It's not on my list.
I don't know. It's not on mine either. I'm mad I forgot it.
For me, number 5, 48 Hours, the original one.
That was one of the ones I struggled with.
Well, I picked it. It's always between that one and Beverly Hills Cop. If you're gonna do a top 5, you can't have both. So that's why Beverly Hills Cop didn't make my list because of 48 Hours. But 48 Hours is number 5 for me. Number 4, the original Nutty Professor. Yo, the Nutty Professor. Yo, that movie was good. Yo, like I'm sorry, for me, the table scene. It's still one of the best scenes I think you can ever see.
Who didn't laugh at fart jokes, bro? I laugh at fart jokes to this day.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
Well, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Farts is fucking funny, bro.
That scene alone makes the movie, but I mean, it was a good movie, the first one. Now after the second one, whatever. But you know, ultimately, the Nutty Professor, the first one, absolute classic. For me, 3, Life. Life was number 3 for me. Number 2, Boomerang. Yo, Boomerang.
Yeah, that's on mine.
That was another one I struggled with, was Boomerang,
Yeah, that movie was so dope, yo. And I just recently watched it again after I knew we were doing this list, and I had to rewatch it just to make sure I wasn't tripping. But I was like, yo, this movie is amazing, yo. Like in so many ways.
The mushroom jacket.
And yo, for real, like, yo, seriously, I'm sorry, that's one of the best scenes in the movie, bro. Like, seriously, God rest his soul. But yo, that's one of the best scenes in the movie. And how crazy it was that we looked at Robin Givens and thought that she looked better than Halle Berry. That's still laughable to this day.
Robin Givens was smoking in that movie.
She ugly, man. She ugly. Even looking back at it now, I'm like, damn, Halle Berry was a snack, yo. Even back then, she was fine, yo. For real. Had the short haircut, yo. Like, yo, number one for me is Coming to America. I'm sorry, it's just probably one of the greatest Eddie Murphy movies ever, period. One, for sure. So I will with Coming to America as my number 1. Tom, you got it.
I have 48 Hours. I have Coming to America. I didn't rank them. I have Cop 2. I have Boomerang, and I got one I thought one of y'all was gonna say. It's not really his movie, but he's really, really good in it. Dreamgirls.
Yeah, that was my honorable mention, yo.
My honorable mention for me, good list, Tom. Good list. So my honorable mention, it was torn up between 2, and I'm gonna tell you why. Mr. Church, great movie.
I heard good things about that movie. I never watched it yet.
Very underrated Eddie Murphy movie, and it's not a comedy. Yo, he's absolutely phenomenal in this movie, though. Like, it's not a comedy at all. It's a great movie, though. But what is a comedy that's funny as hell that I think is an honorable mention that should be mentioned? Dolomite Is My Name, yo. That shit is hilarious, yo.
It's a good movie, period. I like
that shit movie, is good, yo. That's a good movie. That movie's dope.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I mean, we think of him as a comedic actor, but he's a really good actor, period.
He's a good actor, no question.
I'm surprised he hasn't focused more on those kind of roles.
Yeah. The only reason the other movie that I was thinking about didn't make it was because I don't see it as a movie, but Eddie Murphy Raw. I
didn't take that into account.
I didn't take it into account because technically it's not. It was in theaters. But it's a comedy special, so technically.
I was going to put it in the chat to ask y'all do those count because I was going to put Raw on my list.
Don't count technically. It's not. It's technically a comedy. I mean, it's technically it's a comedy thing. So, but yeah, man, look, good list. So, listen, man. I think we've run out of time. We've been on here long enough. So I know I'm about to probably jump back on some Warzone and then do some or whatever, do some more arguing with
Speaking of that, bro, what's a good gaming headset? What's a good one?
Right here.
How much was it?
This is called the Recon. It's called the Recon Turtle Beach Recon 70, yo.
Yeah, Turtle Beach is the best.
Turtle Beach is the best company that makes headsets. The Recon 70, yo, is only $24 at Walmart, yo.
Yeah.
And yo, Tom, I'm telling you, Tom, someone could come in your house and murder your entire family with these on it. You won't know.
Same
They'll
with
empty
mine.
your house out. They will take the walls from your house.
Oh, it's noise canceling.
Yeah.
Noise canceling.
Yo, it's scream canceling. It's fucking calls for help canceling. Like
I can't hear.
Because I bought an external hard drive, so I'm about to download that COD. I'll see y'all niggas on. I'm about to go to Walmart and get a headset though, because I need a headset.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Yo, what? What you talking about?
Headset,
yeah, I had it.
Tom's gonna be our 6, yo. Tom will be our 6 in Warzone. Yo.
Does it come with Cold War? Because I'm thinking about copping Cold War.
Which one?
No, you have to buy the game. You have to buy those games separately.
Warzone's free. Cold War actually costs money.
Yeah.
Because Cold War kind of tough, like the zombie joint. Because when I had it was free for like a week. That shit was kind of tough, yo. Mm-hmm. I think I might cop it. I'm gonna cop it. You said Walmart has it?
Yeah, Walmart got it. Yeah.
I bet I'm about to go there now.
All right, fellas, yo, man. Listen, it's been real, man. We'll try to do better next time. Appreciate you riding with us. But yeah, we're gonna get up out of here, man, and enjoy the rest of our day. Y'all be easy, y'all be safe, and stay out of trouble. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, coming soon, we got Dave's game show coming up. Yo,
yo, I got everything. Y'all got it. No, I'm Jay. Next week, we're gonna talk production meetings this week, yeah. But I might be ready to roll with it. I might be ready to roll with the test version next week, yeah.
Nice.
Because I'm gonna drop the site, Jay, when your show drop.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Yo, just do it with the site, yo. I mean, I still got to talk to him about a logo and everything for the show. So, that's
whoa. Let's discuss that off camera. Let's get out off of everything. Yo, y'all be safe. We'll holler at y'all later. Y'all be good. Peace.
Later.